If you're enjoying the show and you'd like to get more, maybe you want to get bonus episodes, maybe you want to get episodes early, maybe you'd like to join monthly video hangouts with me, Jeff, and other fans of the show, the way to find out how to do that is to go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Who talks first?
I can or you can. I don't care.
I talk first. You talk first.
You talk first.
No, you talk first.
All right.
This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Anthony, let's talk about black holes.
Sure.
I'm fascinated by astronomy, science, black holes, and there's
fine wines.
Yeah, you know,
cheeses,
all of the things.
Great literature.
I'm a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
You know, black holes and a sommelier. What happens if you were to ever enter a black hole? If you were unfortunate enough to dive,
instantaneously compressed.
Yes, because what happens at the center of a black hole is infinite density, right? Density, because of Einstein's theory of relativity, we know that space-time gets compressed into infinite density. Mm-hmm. So if you were to go into it, you would be, they call it spaghettified. You would be turned into a single strain.
Hey,
we're already spaghettified.
Hey, I got a spaghettified.
Hey, don't go into the black hole.
Hey, this is a reenactment of 2001: A Space Odyssey, if you remember correctly.
Hey, Dave, what are you doing?
We're getting real close to the black hole. Give me the black hole, all of the tomato sauce.
Hey, what are you doing, Dave?
Spaghettified.
That's
right.
That was me doing an impression of the Italian Hal.
That's Hal.
That's
yeah.
Italian Hal.
Italian Hal, my favorite Jack Black movie.
Anyway, so you get compressed into a single strand of matter, and things are bad for you. Why
is it a strand? Why is it spaghetti? Why is it not like one tiny super dense point? Why doesn't the gravity come in at you from all sides and turn you and compress you into a little bean?
It says it turns you into a string of atoms. So you're like compressed down to the smallest point, and you imagine like going through a strainer, you know?
Yeah.
Or a funnel, really.
A Play-Doh Fun Factory.
Exactly. You get Play-Doh Fun Factoried.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a string of single atoms.
Yes.
Great.
And
it looks delicious, but you shouldn't eat it.
You do not want to eat that.
You do not eat it. I was warned by my parents many, many times. Even though it comes out looking like spaghetti.
No, it's not real spaghetti.
Do not eat it. And the more they told me,
the more you wanted to eat it?
The more I wanted to eat it. And then one day I did, and I was like, hey, you're right.
Hey, Anthony, don't eat the spaghetti. So there was some new research about a potential black hole that theoretically you could go into and not die. Okay. You would not get spaghettified. In fact, what would happen is your past would be eliminated and you would have infinite futures.
Get me into this black hole.
Yeah.
How do I get into this black hole?
Well, it ain't easy. So this is a very specific kind of black hole, and we're gonna get a little dense here, no pun intended, on talking about how it works, because rotating black holes are the ones that'll spaghettify you.
Yeah.
But theoretically, there are what are called charged black holes, which are black holes that do not rotate and are charged with a specific particle. We haven't witnessed any of these, but theoretically they exist.
Do we know what this particle is?
It's just an electron, right? It would share the properties of the electron that it's charged with.
Okay.
So the idea being that what happens to matter as it goes into this black hole is that it passes what is called a Cauchy horizon. Okay? A Cauchy horizon.
I had to get a note from my doctor so I could go to the dispensary and get a Cauchy horizon.
Yeah. Yeah, not anymore.
You can drive out to West Hollywood and get it without.
I think it's legal now. I think it's all legal now, the Cauchy horizon.
But here in LA proper, I still have to have a medical note.
Well, you know,
and who can drive the 20 minutes? You know what I'm saying?
We joke, but it's not far away from this because it's pretty trippy. The Cauchy horizon is the point inside a black hole that says that everything before this is a deterministic world. So determinism states that based on the properties of the universe,
Yeah.
we can figure out what's going to happen next.
Right.
If I push something, it goes forward,
Mhm.
right?
This is cause and effect. This is time's arrow. This
Exactly.
is the way
The universe
experience
works.
the universe. Yeah.
Except that it doesn't happen inside a black hole because everything is theory of relativity says that once you get denser than and light slows down as you approach the black hole,
You're not just
time
compressing-
slows.
Yeah, you're not just compressing matter. You're not just compressing the mass of things together, the physical properties of things together. You are compressing time.
Right. And space-time, right? Which
Mhm.
is relative. So once there's a threshold, this Cauchy horizon,
Hell yeah.
after which theoretically
Blaze it.
determinism ends. And they think there may be a new universe in there. They don't know what's going on and we can't observe it, obviously. And the reason we can't observe it is because we can't observe.
This is how are we going to get in there?
How are we going to get in there?
How are we gonna get in
Light
there?
can't get in there, right?
Yeah.
Light can't escape it is really the more important thing. Light
Right. Oh,
can't-
you can get light in there.
Right.
Light can't get out of there.
Exactly.
Once you're in that supergravity, like ain't nothing getting out of there.
Right.
So how do you send a camera in on a string to take a look at this new universe? The answer
Right.
is you don't.
Yeah, you got all kinds of camera problems. What f-stop do you even set it at?
Oh my God. And if you go full auto, that's just like such a noob move.
Oh, right. You might get your camera back, but then
Listen,
unusable footage.
Shutter
all
speed should be twice your frame rate.
inside a black.
Astrophysicists. We're talking about the motion, cadence, and blur of your picture. Jerks.
So
we can't get anything in there.
but theoretically, if you were to go in there, you would
Send me in.
your past would be obliterated.
Yeah,
and
I'm ready.
Determinism would end.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
and there would
go.
be infinite potential futures.
If I don't get spaghettified,
basically-
I want it.
So basically, what would happen is you could push something forward. It may not go forward. It may go any direction. It may do anything. It may turn into a flower. Like infinite potential futures based zero on the past. Right. So this is all well and good, but it doesn't matter if you go in there and get spaghettified. Well, this new research that was just published just in the last couple of months,
Anti-spaghetti suit.
you get the anti-spaghetti suit. See, you get the meatball suit.
It's for toddlers and astronauts.
Yeah, oh God,
So you
my
don't
kid
get any
needs
of that
one.
space-time or sauce on you.
It's just it's made of a real slick neoprene.
Yeah.
And it just the spaghetti slides right off.
Mhm.
See, it's easy to cleans up in a jiff,
It's got a little pocket for your iPhone, like right on the bicep.
which is not really that useful for the kids,
No.
but for the physicists, it's really really helpful.
So wait, so what did they do?
So what they realized is the universe is expanding.
Mm-hmm.
So this new math
That's called the Annie Hall theory.
yeah. So why does anything matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. This new theory,
States that the entire universe is expanding except for Brooklyn. Brooklyn
right.
isn't expanding.
Yeah. Because the universe is expanding at a rate faster than light can travel. We know that because we can only see so far. The event horizon that we can see with telescopes is not the size of the universe, right?
Right.
We'll never see the full size of the universe because the universe is expanding faster than light can travel. Okay. And increasing in speed, expanding in increasing speed. So because of that, the point beyond the Cauchy horizon is getting farther and farther out. So normally what would happen is all matter and light and energy and everything that goes through the black hole would get compressed to a point of obliteration.
Right.
But that's not happening because it never catches up with the universe expanding.
So if we found a black hole on sort of the edge of the expansion of the universe.
It doesn't even matter because the universe is expanding everywhere.
But isn't it I mean, the closer you get to the center of the universe, the slower it's expanding. So like
Right.
as you get out towards the edge, farther towards the edge, and maybe like, I don't know, you're saying this probably doesn't even matter, but you would need to go in at a point where it's expanding faster than it can compress you.
Well, it says the accelerating expansion of the universe essentially cancels the time dilation experienced when falling into a black hole.
Now, why doesn't this happen for all black holes?
Well, because it has to be this specific kind of black hole that isn't rotating.
Okay. I can picture that.
Yeah.
I can picture that. So whatever the outer edge is, it's rotating, rotates back in. I can picture that. Okay.
So theoretically, you could go into this black hole. You would not be compressed down with all energy, obliterating everything around you. You would just be sort of on this ride of everything not really quite catching up. So everything you're going in with, you're riding like this fucking Silver Surfer. And then at a certain point, once you pass the Kushi horizon, your past is gone.
Yeah.
Nothing matters anymore.
Mhm.
Everything you do has infinite potential and possibility based on no previous
The fugitive,
criteria.
but he's an astrophysicist.
Yeah.
So you're on the run from the law, but you're also super brilliant.
I like
You jump into one of these black holes. Your past is erased. You're immediately exonerated of all crimes, but you must live in a trippy fourth dimensional universe for the rest of your life.
Trippy fourth dimensional universe, but your record is clean.
I'm into it. I haven't even done anything criminal that you know of, and I will still jump into that.
Here's the twist. One-armed man also jumped into the black hole.
Ooh, and because of the nature of the black hole, Fugitive is turned into the one-armed man.
What?
He did kill his wife.
He did it, but it doesn't matter because his past is erased.
Yeah. And Tommy Lee Jones just sits outside of the black hole, just looking very, very gruff about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Very stern.
Yeah.
Won't go in.
He's not going to go into that black hole. Not Tommy Lee Jones.
No.
He wouldn't do that.
He's got everything to lose.
He's going to Riley.
Dr. Richard Kimball's got nothing to lose.
That's right. He'll look Riley askance at that black hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure he will.
Judge it. Try to take pictures of it.
So, we know this now, or we theorize
this is
now.
new math
This is
that
new
has been
math.
presented.
Is that hot new math?
This is that seems to indicate that this is a possibility. This works into Einstein's theory, right?
How do we test it? Push a dude in?
We got to push a dude in.
I'll do it.
The
How
guy
do we get word out?
That's the problem.
That's the trick, right?
That's the problem. No word comes out. But new universe, potential infinite new universes inside there.
Yeah.
So, new areas for us to fuck up.
Great.
Yeah. You
An
can
infinite
pollute
number
it.
of timelines.
We
to
can
just
pollute
fuck
that
up.
all those new universes.
So this is different than like the idea of a wormhole, where you go into one black hole, you come out another.
Right.
This is you go in, and there's just an entirely new universe in there.
Infinite new universes.
Infinite new universes.
And
do they believe? Does the hot new math that all the kids are working on these days?
Yeah.
Say that you're constantly bouncing between these infinite realities once you go in there, or is it like because
they
determinism?
have no goddamn clue what would happen once you went in there.
Because determinism goes away, right? So
Right.
it's not like
So they can't
from moment to moment.
They literally can't figure out what would happen because basically nothing that has ever happened before would matter once you got in there.
Do you know what I think happens? That Daffy Duck cartoon where the animator's messing with him.
Oh yeah,
Duck amok.
Yeah, and his bill's on backwards
Yeah.
or upside down.
That's what I think happens. Is basically Duck amok, but with the universe.
I think that's true.
You just jump in there. He turns you into a flower with like the body of a platypus and a flag for a tail.
Oh, the things we would see and do.
You walk farther away and you get bigger. That's what I think happens. I think Chuck Jones messes with you for the rest of eternity.
The galactic Chuck Jones.
The galactic Chuck Jones. That's Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 5. It was all Chuck Jones.
I like it. I want to turn into Harrison Ford looking for the one-armed man.
Now, so we have these theories. We have this new math.
Yeah.
You know what my final question always is, Jeff.
When can I do it?
What do we get out of this? How is this useful to us, and what does this knowledge do for us?
Well, it's more.
I mean, it's badass.
It's constructing.
Let's put aside that it's badass because it is.
Sure, and that's
and that 1,000 Hugo Award aspirants are going to be writing short stories and novels about just this very thing.
Indeed. I think it just better constructs a coherent view of what's going on in the universe.
Counterpoint. Right? This shit just got a lot more incoherent.
Well, I think to certain people, it's actually more clear. For us, it sounds like kind of crazy pants and hard to wrap your head around.
Saying this clears a lot of things up for you is the exact sort of thing that I would expect you to say if you were about to murder me. Saying it all makes sense now. And
it's also clear now. I know what I must do.
Yeah, exactly.
I can wipe my past clean, and therefore I have one job ahead of me.
Nothing matters anymore. Right.
I think this is fascinating. And I went down a rabbit hole of learning about these black holes after reading this article. By the way, this article's on Motherboard, and it's pretty clear, but there's a lot of stuff where it just says it, and it's like, oh, that leads me to 12 other articles about what that's about.
Yeah. That's the issue with reporting on these sort of like loftier, more theoretical math and physics theories is like,
yeah,
they're just kind of like, yeah, you know, and just like the Schwarzschild black hole. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, just like any other Schwarzschild black hole or like the Reisner-Nordstrom black hole.
Yeah, it's like, those Reisner-Nordstrom black holes. I'm like, fuck, Google.
It's like when you walk into like the middle of the first class of a semester.
Yeah.
You know, and
everybody has an assumed vernacular that you're not privy to.
And of course, we know because of the Nordstrom black hole. And you're just like, of course.
Everybody in the class chuckles quietly to themselves. And you're like, hey, I get it too.
And then you're not wearing any pants and all your teeth fall out and you wake up.
Yeah. That's what happens inside a black hole.
How do y'all feel about this? Obviously, it's interesting. Obviously, it's kind of mind-blowing. Are you able to wrap your heads around it? And does this make the universe clearer to you? Definitely let me know if that's the case, because then I need to get a restraining order. You can let us know on Twitter. I'm at @Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And you can hashtag those duck-amuck. And remember, it was misspelled. It's AMUCK, not AMOK, the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, that was, yeah. Did they do that on purpose, or was that just?
They did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what we really learned today. Hey, if you want to discuss this with other concerned citizens, there are a few great ways to do so. Obviously, you can go to the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/wehaveconcerns. You can go to the subreddit, wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. But if you are a concerned citizen, if you are a patron at any level for this show, number one, thank you. You're the only reason we're able to keep going. But number two, you can join our new Discord server.
Oh, we got a Discord server for the talking, for the playing of games, and just kind of general hanging out.
Yeah. If you head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns and support the show for any level, $1 or more, and link your Discord account, you will immediately get access to our fancy private server. So go check that out.